Hey folks, it's the Red, and welcome back to the Crash 2 N-Trance No Damage run. Next up, it's hopping coffins. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather not hop in a coffin, thank you very much. We're returning to the Egyptian theme, with some familiar concepts here at the beginning. Once again, make sure it's safe to jump across these small gaps so that you don't accidentally get your feet snipped off by an alligator. Curious little green pixel down here, I notice. But up ahead, we're going to have ourselves another returning concept from Crash 3. We've got slippery, oil-covered floors and lab assistants that pull a lever, causing a block to fall on it, and then slides towards us. Again, we saw this back in Crash 3. We know how to deal with it here. But the oil slicks pretty much operate like ice does in all the other games, so be mindful of that. Curiously, going up and down a slope will make you go faster, so do be careful of that. Time to go into a bonus, and this one's going to ask a little more of us than some previous ones have, so be ready for that. Bounce on one of these crates in order to get up to this TNT, and then hit the exclamation box, which will fill in these bounce crates here. Now, as you approach the bounce crates, do so with a double jump, that way you can correct your momentum as you approach them. If you do just a single jump, then you'll have to contend with the oil jumping physics, and that could make things a little more dangerous. As well as going up this slope here, which once again makes you go faster, so be careful that you don't jettison yourself into that nitro crate back there. What does help us out, though, is that we can actually crouch and crawl on slippery surfaces in this game, something we normally can't do. So that kind of helps out for us in this case. We're almost through the bonus, but now we need to break these boxes. Make sure you're paying attention to where the platforms are before you jump, because while you're up in the air, you can't really see where they are. Time this out carefully, and there we go. The last three boxes are the nitros that we can't break, of course, so let's go ahead and move on. Here's another one of the titicular hopping coffins, and I think that's actually the last one in the level, so great choice of name for this level. These boxes are going to try and get in the way, so just be careful of that before you move forward. Not too much to be said during this part, basically just some simple platforming, thankfully no alligators in the way. We've got a coffin mummy with a spiked tomb there. Just don't hit it from the side and you'll be just fine. I like the little puzzle setup here. You want to hit the back TNT first. That will clear away some of the steel crates so that you can actually hit the one-up crate in the middle. Then you can come around and hit the front TNT to take out the rest. Nice way to see if the player is paying attention. Now we'll deal with that lower path in just a minute. Right now we need to bounce on this question crate and go to the upper path because we've got secrets. But do be careful because there are lots of nitros up here. Once again, we will take advantage of the fact that we can crawl on slippery surfaces. You could do a slide, but then you might risk falling off the edge here. And that's not going to do anybody any favors. Wait for the spikes to retract and then jump across. Luckily, these nitros are high enough up that we can just run right under them. And here's our red gem shard. Set off the nitros, and now there's only 3 boxes left to find. They're on the lower path over here, which we will now backtrack to go and collect. Once again, make sure you're paying attention for alligators here. Don't jump across until it's clear. Oh yeah, the crystal's over here as well. I guess that's kind of important. So anyway, we just broke the last 3 boxes, and if we just backtrack a little more, here's where the path originally split off. So we'll just go ahead and make our way to the exit now. And there we go. There's our gem, and we are out of here. So that was Hopping Coffins, and that one was surprisingly difficult. At least to do no damage. The level itself is honestly not that bad. But yeah, this level had its fair share of outtakes. We'll go ahead and have a look at those, and be sure to join us next time as we head on to the next level, Barrel Roll. We'll deal with those outtakes, and I shall see you next time. But anyway, we bounce on that TNT crate, and that oh! Jumping helps. Luckily, in this level, we don't need to use the blocks in order to break any boxes that are overhead, so no need to worry there. Oop. Gotta watch out for alligators, though. We'll just backtrack a little more just to see what's in this direction. Ugh. Well, that was just not a good idea. If you do just a single jump off of the oil, it will maintain the, oil slick... Oh! Gotta be careful there. We need to bounce on these crates and then line ourselves up so that we land on a platform afterwards. Well, that was just bad timing. But up ahead, we're gonna have ourselves another returning concept from Crash 3. That wasn't what I had in mind. Familiar concepts here at the beginning, such as these alligators jumping out of the hole. Don't jump into it! The first jump that you do still thinks is off of the oil here, and that can... Ugh. It doesn't make things much more difficult, but enough that we need to... well, not do that. Luckily... never mind, that wasn't lucky at all. But up ahead, we're going to have ourselves... death. The platforming here is quite difficult, as you can see. We're almost there, but now we need to get past some boxes that are... oh, jeez.